What's up, warriors? Welcome to this new video series where I'm going to be teaching you some trading strategies that can help you trade anything you want, from crypto, stocks, futures, and Forex, and everything in between. Okay, so this strategy is super simple, and all the indicators in this are 100% free. Okay, also, I created a new free account in TradingView. If you need to create an account, you can go down below this video and you'll have a link there to sign up. Okay, as well, you do not need the paid version if you don't want to, but you can use it for the free version as well with this indicator. Okay, so let's get started. As you can see right now, I'm in a blank chart here from Bitcoin. Okay, and we're gonna go to the indicator sections right here. Okay, so from here, all we're gonna do is click on it and we're gonna search for SSL hybrid. Okay, and as you can see, this is a few that popped up. Okay, but what we want is this one here from Minkel00. Okay, you click on that one, it's gonna show up right there, right? All right, awesome. The next one, okay, we're gonna type in QQE mod. Okay, it's from the same person. We're gonna click on that one. And the last one, just to help us out a little bit, is gonna be the exponential, okay, moving average. Okay, so you can see moving average exponential right there. All you need to do is just click on that. All right, that's all you need for the strategy. Now, let me go and edit the settings so you guys can see how we make this look a little bit better. Okay, the first one, let's go into the EMA. On this one, what we want is the 200 EMA. Okay, there you go. For the colors, you can change whatever you want. Okay, so we can see this. Let's just change it to, let's do yellow, and let's make a little bit thicker there. All right, so you can see it's right here, right? Okay, from there, let's switch the EMA, excuse me, the SSL hybrid. And what we want on this one is something different, okay? Because as you can see, it looks really congested right now. So definitely I remove the candle size ATRs, okay? The exit arrows are the arrows. Let me zoom in here a little bit. As you can see, there's some arrows right there, okay? If you want to change the colors, you can, all right? But I suggest you leave them on. See, they remove, or you can leave them on, okay? From there, we're going to leave the MA baseline, okay? We're also going to leave the SSL1. Now, the bar colors. As you can see, this the bars are changing colors with this. You can leave it if you like. You can change the colors. It's totally up to you. I will remove them from now so you can see the green is going up and red is going down, okay? From there, we also are going to remove the SSL2, L2. Those the little dots, as you can see. If you don't want to leave them on, you can. I personally remove them, okay? And then the other two that we're going to remove is the plus ATR and the negative ATR. Now, you can leave them on as well. It's totally up to you, okay? But for this strategy, I'm just going to show you how to do something very, very simple. All right, and that's it. You leave the inputs alone, and there you go. Now, later on, I'm going to give you some tips on how you can change the inputs to make them better for different times, okay? So wait to the video. I don't know if we're gonna be in the middle or at the end. Just let me go through the strategy first, and then I'll walk you through that. All right, from there, we're gonna leave this alone, okay? Now, as you can see, this is the QQE mod. We're gonna leave that alone as is for right now, okay? All right, let's close this, and as you can see, let me make sure that you can see this a little better. All right. Now, right now, since we are in a downtrend, okay, here's what you want to see, okay? Step A is you want to see when this color changes to red, that means that you're going down, right? Simple. You also want to see a red arrow, okay? That means it's going down. Now, you could have taken this trade after it broke the 200 EMA. Okay, now, yes, you can take the trade here as well. It's totally up to you. You have to make your own decisions on that. But the strategy is when the EMA is basically when the candles are below the EMA, right? right here, okay, and you have a red line here from the SSL hybrid, and you have a red arrow, okay, plus you have red on the QQE mod. Once you have all those four sections, then you can take a short, okay? So if you would have took this short here, let's say an example, because you had red there, you had red here, you broke the 200 EMA, and you were red here, let's say you took it from this one to where you see this arrow here, that is a 6.7576% return on your investment. Amazing, beautiful, okay? Now, for the exit, it'll be the when you see the either the blue arrow, you could have exited there, right? Or when you start seeing blue histograms coming up, okay? So let me just walk you through a few more examples so you can understand a little better, and then we're also gonna look at stocks, maybe some futures, and I'm gonna show you some long versions as well, okay? So now let's say that we're looking for a new short. Now that we're under the 200 EMA, we are looking for a short, okay? So now let's see, okay, here's a perfect example. All right, we are under the 200 EMA, we end up getting a red arrow, and here is where we start changing to red, okay, on the momentum, and we also have red here, okay? So this one, you could have took this short here, right? And let's see. So if you would have took this short until you see this blue arrow here, if you wanted to, that is a 3.62% return on your investment, okay? Amazing, beautiful, ready to rock. Okay, now from there, let's see, as you can see here, you had red arrows and you have blue arrows. But first of all, you were in this congested area and you had this gray histograms here. So I suggest that when you see gray histograms, you do not take a trade or look at other fundamentals and make sure that you're doing the right thing, right? Because you don't want to just get in just to get in, right? So this one we will leave alone. As you can see, there was gray here. Okay. All right. Now let's look at another short. Okay, and then we're gonna start looking for so longs in Bitcoin. Again, we are under the 200 EMA. We see a red arrow right here with the red trend line in the SSL hybrid. Plus, we're seeing red histograms here, right? So if we would have took this short here and got out where you saw this blue arrow coming in, okay, that is a 8.06% return on your investment. Okay, as you can see, if you just follow the rules, this is an amazing strategy. Super easy, super simple, and all for 100% free. Okay, of course, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research. I only do these videos for educational purposes only. All right. So now let's look at something else. Look at this arrow right here, right? As you can see, you would have not took this short because first of all, you had arrows above the SSL hybrid, which is in blue right now, okay? And the histograms were blue. So you would have not took that trade, okay? That's a perfect example on what not to do. Also right here, as you can see, you probably would have been on this one already. So you could have stayed in there until the SSL hybrid start turning blue again, okay? That's another strategy there. All right, so now let's look for a long, right? Let's see, okay. Let's see here. You're gonna have to search. This gives you only good, amazing trades. So you need to understand that. You don't want to just take a trade just to take a trade, okay? because that's how you lose money. All right. See, this is red, the SSL hybrid. This one again is red, so we will not take those trades. Now you can, but if you want to take the cream of the crop, you do not want to touch those, okay? So let's see here. As you can see, look at that. Another short, another short, right? You're under the 200. Since the Bitcoin's been on a downtrend for a while now, so it's becoming a little hard. Okay, here we go. All right. As you can see, let's look at a long position now. Okay. Here we have the arrow going up. Okay. We're above the 200 EMA. Okay. And we have the blue histogram, the blue momentum in the SSL hybrid that is blue. Okay. And as you can see, the histogram is also blue. So now you have all your confirmations. You have confirmation 1, the SSL hybrid. You have the arrow. You have the EMA that you're above it. And you have the histograms that are blue. So you would have got in here. And the other thing, just before you do that, just understand that I will actually wait until this candle where the arrow is closing, it's showing up to close first before I get in, because you can be blue and then all of a sudden you just go back down the opposite way. Okay, so now if we would have took this trade here, okay, let's say you got in on this candle, okay, you could have got out either on this arrow or wait until you start seeing the red coming into the momentum on the SSL hybrid. So if you would have took this trade, this would have gave you a 7.03%, okay, on your investment. Amazing, right? Super amazing. Okay, that's a long setup right there. Let's look for one more, and then we're gonna look at some stocks or futures. All right, here's another one. Okay, now as you can see here, you can also wait for a little bit more confirmation if you like. Okay, it's up to you. But as you can see, here we have a blue arrow. We have the SSL hybrid is blue, and we're above the 200 EMA. Plus, we're here, we kind of see that we're getting some blue and gray. So it's kind of like a gray area, right? It's up to you. You can decide to say, okay, there is no red, and we just came out of this red section, right? So we just came out of a downtrend kind of a little bit in a small time frame. And you have 3 levels. You have the EMA, you have the SSL hybrid is blue, and you have the candle. And you're above the SSL hybrid, right? So if you would have took this one, right, let's say that you would have got in here, you would have got in, let's say you start getting out right here where it starts turning red, that's a 3.7% success rate. Okay, so there you go, my friends. Super simple, super easy. Here's another one. This would have been totally up to you, okay? But let's say that you did take this one, right? Because you could have took this one as well, right? It's just totally up to you. So both of them, it's not a right or wrong answer, right? But let's say that you did get on this one, right? You waited for this candle to close right here. After you saw the blue arrow show up and the SSL hybrid is blue and you got blue histograms and you're above the 200 EMA. Okay, so let's say you would have gotten this one, right? And let's actually look at this real quick. Let me show you something. Let me just show you. Let's say an example. You would have got in on this candle and you would have got out when it starts turning red. Well, you would have put your stop loss, let's say around here, right? Look at that. You would have never hit your stop loss, okay? So you actually, this is a successful trade, and, right, you would have had a nice 3.75% success rate right there, okay? Winning trade there, okay, in your profits. So super amazing, super fast, is free. You cannot beat that, okay? So now let's look at something else. All right, let's look at Forex real fast. Let's see if we can find something there. All right, let's look at the euro against the US dollar. All right, so let's see here. As you can see, I was testing some things here. All right. Now, look at this, perfect right here. Oh man, this is perfect. All right. So as you can see, right, this is another downtrend, a short. You're below the 200 EMA. You are below the SSL hybrid, and it's red, right? You also have an arrow right here, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that, but there's an arrow right there. Let me just zoom in a little better for you. Okay, look at that. There's an arrow right there. You're below the SSL hybrid, that is red. You're below the 200 EMA, and you are in red in the QQ mod. Okay, so amazing, amazing, amazing. All right, so let's gonna take a short here. Let's say that you got in on this one here, okay? And you can either A, wait it for this one, right when it starts turning blue, or until this bottom one. Totally up to you, right? But let's just say that you took the short one right here, okay? Let's just say that. And your stop loss was above this candle, right? Where the arrow showed up. Yes, it's not a big percentage win. Okay, I understand that, but it's still a win nonetheless. Okay, so let me just show you here a little bit. It's because I'm recording, so it's becoming a little bit laggy here, but okay, there you go. All right, so you would have been risking around 0.23, 0.25%, okay, and you would have made a nice 0.51%. Now, let's say that you still would have stayed in there, right? And you would have got out over here, well, then your percentage would have been a lot higher, right? But again, it's totally up to you. You could have still stayed in the trade. This is a 1% win right there. Okay, you could have still stayed in there. It's just up to you how you have your risk management, where are your take profits, okay, where are your stop losses, right? Because right now you're in a downtrend, so you could have sold some of your trade and let the rest run. Totally up to you. Okay, so now let's look at a long setup. All right, so we're on the 1 hour time frame right now. Okay, and we can look at different time frames, but right now this is the most better one. Okay, so here's one right here that you can see. All right, now this is a little tricky one, but it's up to you, right? As you can see right here, you did get the zero, right? And you have the SSL hybrid that is in blue. Awesome, amazing. But you are below the 200 EMA until the second candle showed up, right? Plus you have blue histograms here. So this is a breakout of the 200 EMA. So if you would have took this trade, you had two choices, right? Let me show you one here. Okay, so if you would have got in on this candle, let's say, and your your stop loss would have been below this one. It's kind of high, so it's up to you how you decide. So I still 0.58%. Okay, so then you could have had two options. Option A, you could have got out when this red arrow right here was showing up. Let me show you. Let me make this a little bigger so you can see it. Okay, so when this arrow showed up, yes, you could have got out right there. It's up to you, right? You still would have made 0.42% or so. You could have still ride it until you saw this other arrow right here. Okay, that's a 0.98%, basically 1%. Okay, your stop loss would have been 0.058%. Okay, but as you can see, no matter on what candle you would have got in, it would have been a success. All right, perfect, amazing. Okay, and like I said, I mean, I can't stress this enough. These indicators are 100% free. Okay, let's look at let's see futures right here. Okay, let's look at gold. Let's see what we can find here. All right, so let's stretch this out a little bit. So you had a few things here. As you can see right here, you were crossing down, right? So, it's up to you how you wanted to trade this, okay? You could have been a little bit more risky and took a trade on this candle here, on the second candle, right? Or you could have waited until the third candle that closed below the 200 EMA, but you did get a warning of the arrow here, and the SSL hybrid was turning already. It was already red actually, and then it was crossing below the 200 EMA. Plus the histograms are red. Okay, so you could have just either A, got in on this second candle, right, and you could have write it down, or you could have just waited, or it's up to you, right? But let's say you did take this trade here, and let's look at a short again. Let's say you got in from this candle, right? And then you got out where it started turning blue here. When you start seeing that there was a candle there, and then you move the stop loss to where this candle ended. Okay, so you are risking 0.69% to make 1.15%. Amazing, right? You could have stayed in that trade if you wanted to. As you can see, continue going down. But let's look at another trade real fast. So now here's where everything matches. Okay, as you can see, this one, yes, you're below the 200 EMA, but you're still on a blue SSL hybrid here. Okay, the momentum and this blue here. So this is just like, you just wait for a little bit more confirmation, because you could have just gone up from here, right? Now, look at this perfect trade right here. Under the 200 EMA, okay, you have a red arrow, okay? You are below the SSL hybrid, as you can see on this candle, the second candle, because it closed below it, and you are on a red histogram, okay, on the QQ mod. So let's say that you did take this trade. Okay, let's look at another short here. Let's say you got in on this candle. Now the stop loss will be above this candle here, and on this one it could be above this one or this too. It's up to you, but let's just say we go above here. Okay, and you wanted to get out when the blue of the SSL hybrid momentum starts coming up, showing up, right? So then you could have wrote it all the way down here. Okay, so now look at this trade. You were risking 0.4%, 0.40, excuse me, 0.40% to make 2.46%. I mean, that's amazing, right? Super low investment, right, to lose, which is a 0.40% of a percent, to make 2.46%. I mean, that's just amazing. Now, you could have took profits here, right, and remove your stop loss and brought it back down, or however you want it, right? You could have done something like this, right? It's up to you. Or you could have still took that trade and just let it run, took some profits right here, or you could have closed the full trade, up to you. But as you can see, it continued going down, right? Now, all right, so let's look at some stocks. Let's look at Tesla. All right, so let's see here. All right, we're above the 200 EMA here. All right, so let's see. All right, so here's a perfect example. Okay, so you have two options here, right? You could okay, took the trade here once you broke the 200 EMA, because you had a blue arrow here, the SSL hybrid was blue, and the QQ mod was blue, but you were under the 200 EMA, right? So you could have waited and say, okay, what do I do now? You could have just waited, be a little patient, and see either A, you could have got in once you broke the 200 EMA, right? And you started going up from there, or you could have waited for any of these arrows right here, blue arrows, okay? Totally up to you, okay? But let's say that we waited even for this blue arrows here, and we miss this section here, okay? Let's just say that, all right? If you would have done that, okay, let me actually zoom out a little bit more so you guys can see this. All right, let's say that we went long here. Oh, wait. Let's say that we went long from this arrow, okay, because you are above the 200 EMA, you are above the SSL hybrid, okay, and you have blue histograms here, okay, so you will be risking 2.45% to make 8.49%, okay. This is amazing. I mean, this, indicator is just awesome, right? And I can't believe that they're giving it out for free to people. But hey, that's amazing for us and for you, right? Because now you have something that can help you here, all right? So let's look at a short real fast. All right. As you can see, here's a quick short one. You are below the 200 EMA, okay? You have a red arrow right there. You have the red SSL hybrid, and you have red histograms below it, okay? So let's say that we did take this short here. Let's go and get our short. All right, so let's say that we got in on the second candle here. All right, so you could have waited until you turn blue there, the SSL hybrid. Totally up to you. Excuse me. Let's see. Let's make this right. Okay. Your stop loss would have been above here. So as you can see, you had two options here, right? If your stop loss was above here, this could have either A, been a stopped out one, or you could have took profit when you have the first blue arrow there. But as you can see, it continued going down. So this one is one of those things where you could have had a little bit more room, right? Like instead of putting it right above that candle wick, you could have had a little bit more room. Or on this one, you might have got stopped out, right? But as you can see, I mean, I'm showing you this real time here, no fluff, okay, 100%, proven here what is working. Now, let's look at another one here. All right, so you have the under the 200 EMA, the SSL hybrid is red, you have an arrow right there, and you have red histograms on the QQ mod. So let's say that we would have gone short there, okay, on this one here, all right, and you would have got out either on this arrow, totally up to you, or where this starts turning blue. So let's say, here we go, you would have put your stop loss there. So you would have been risking 1.82% to make 2.78%. Okay, amazing. I mean, super simple, super easy. There's really not much that you need to do with this strategy, but be patient. Now, in order for you to change the SSL hybrid settings, let's say an example that we would have gone into a 15 minutes, right? Oh, seconds, no. As you can see, this is a free account. Let's say 15 minutes. Okay, if you like how the settings are, as you can see, perfect there. Right here's a little bit far away, right? Here's a little far away. Way that you can do that is you can come into the SSL hybrid, okay? Click on the settings there, and then you go into the input section right here. And what I suggest is that you look at this and say, okay, what is happening here, right? How can I add this? As you can see, this is the ATR period. You can put, let's say 100 and see how it changes, right? And then things will start changing around. We'll start moving a little bit more to the left, to the right. So it's totally up to you how you want to use that. At the end of the day, with the settings that it comes, is super simple, super easy, so you don't really need to do much, okay? Just test it around. Look at, you can change some of the settings if you want for the different time frames, and until you find the perfect one for you. When you see that the SSL hybrid is right above the arrows or below it, it's totally up to you. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this short, quick video. I will be showing you more strategies throughout this new series that I'm doing this. Please make sure that if you're not a member, you subscribe to the channel. Just give me a thumbs up on this video. It really helps me out with the algorithm. And if you have any questions, comment below and I'll get back to you. All right. So have a wonderful day. Remember to always protect capital. Always have a bullish and a bearish scenario plan for all trading strategies. And I'll see you on the next video. And remember, let the profits come to you.